chapter 4, starting off at verse 23. But the hour cometh, and is now, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Call Hulayim La, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakat, Quadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. St. John chapter 4, starting off at verse 23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. And that says a lot about these Israelites that claim they're in the truth, that claim they recognize and acknowledge Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, that claim they're sincere, that claim they're all in, and they have been transformed and renewed in their minds, man. Okay? And I'm going to be clear, blunt, and straight to the point. And furthermore, again, what I just read is very, very important for this epistle. Those that worship Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, must worship him in what? Spirit and in truth. And a lot of these Israelites are not in the spirit. They're still carnal, okay? And they don't really believe in the truth. Because if you believed in the truth, you wouldn't have an issue with brothers reproving, rebuking, you know, giving Jake his just wake-up call, you know, edifying through the scriptures, condemning a corrupt communication. Okay, those that are not speaking and edifying and feeding the sheep correctly according to the true doctrine. Okay? Those that are really, truly sincere and showing love by doing what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has stated. Okay? Not coming with emotions and feelings and wanting to disregard things because you have a liking. Salakia. Hopefully I'm still live. Esau booted me out of my YouTube, but we're going to continue. Lord willing, I'm still live. St. John chapter 4, verse 24. The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. So the truth is going to be bittersweet. There's going to be lamentations, woes, etc. in this truth. Okay, and what did Yahweh Shai stated in the book of St. Mark, chapter 8, verse 38? Blessed are those that are not offended in me, because we speak the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, whether you like it or not. Okay, and it also states in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 2, I believe, that the Lord has made our foreheads hard against their foreheads. Okay, and we're not going to be offended at the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know, just like the beloved elder Manata Zakba, you know, which I'm still watching his lesson, and then, you know, put the spirit on me. Because, you know, when the true believers, man, look, man, when we get up, man, we watching videos, man. I know myself particularly, when I'm getting up and I'm getting prepared for the plantation, I'm listening to videos. When I'm going to work, I'm listening to videos. When I'm at work, I'm listening to videos, man. Okay, when I'm working out, I'm listening to videos. This is our life. We're not out here faking the funk. We fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And furthermore, we want to grow. We want to prosper in this truth. We want to do what's pleasing and acceptable to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. And shalom Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Barakatham, Bahashem Rakak Chodash, to you beloved Akim Wa Akwaf, man. Okay? And, you know, the beloved elder, you know, you had all these comments coming on the comment board Salakia. Well, shit, ain't really too much I can do. I'm on my hotspot. You know, Lord willing, it stay intact. But what was I saying? Salakia. Matter of fact, let's grab another precept. Let's grab another precept, man. You know, Salakia, if it's going in and out, there's not too much I really can do. There's not too much I really can do. You know, it is what it is. Okay. Let me see here. Salakia. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 14. Now we exhort you, brethren, warn them that are unruly. And that's what we do. We warn them that are unruly, man. Because it's part of our calling, man, to do so, man. You know, to have care for the sheep, man. And that shows forth who's really about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's business, who's really sincere, and what we're actually doing is showing you love, man. You know, but Jake, you know, rejects the love, and that's cool, man, because the blood is off our hands, man. You know, you coming on the comment board with your madness, spewing out your nonsense, and the Lord sees that shit, man. And again, you're not in the spirit. As it also states in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, wisdom shall not dwell in the soul. That's, matter of fact, Salaki, I'm going to read it. Before I read it, I'm going to read the rest of this real quick. Salaki. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 14. Now we exhort you, brethren, warn them that are unruly, comfort the feeble-minded, support the weak, be patient towards all men. And that's what we do, man. But a lot of you jakes, man, you take that for you take that Salaki, what's the word I'm looking for here? Salaki, God, man. You don't take that seriously. Okay? You don't take nothing seriously because you want to be entertained. You don't want to be edified. Okay? Let me grab this real quick. That I quoted. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 4. For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin. So it's self-explanatory, man. It's self-explanatory on what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is showing, man. Okay? Khan, for water, elder, for water. Yeah, that's what I was looking for, yeah. Khan. But it shows that these jakes ain't right, man. Because the Lord has his men warning you on who's not right and who you should not be following. And who you should not be, you know, hawking on to, man. You know, but you know, Jake wants to be entertained. Jake is carnal minded, not spiritual. And you know, you reap what you sow, man. Okay? You reap what you sow. And judgment is literally right around the corner, man, at arm's reach. Okay? At arm's reach, man. Okay? And the Lord is literally going to, you know, stop speaking through his prophets, stop warning. Okay? Stop telling you, you know, who's out here that's really not about them, etc. Because y'all want to go on the comment boards again. The elder, you know, I'm still watching this lesson. I'm halfway through. The spirit just jumped on me to, you know, do a live going to the plantation. But, you know, you niggas, man, are proud as hell, leaving, you know, your comments, being disrespectful, in that Barabbas spirit, offending niggas that ain't right. You know, come on, man, what this dude, Ratazan, whatever his name is, talking about some goddamn 501c3 slave plantation Christians, man, fuck you niggas, man. You're not spiritual. So you gotta deal with these niggas in the carnal sense, man, because they don't understand the spirit, because they ain't in the spirit, they carnal niggas, man. They still niggas of the world, man. Yasharallah, Yisrael, spelling all types of things wrong, man. Carnal-minded niggas, man, using scriptures wrong. Mad because, you know, the men is out here correcting and reproving according to our law, which none of you niggas take heed or recognize, man. We're supposed to not see any brother suffer in sin. So what do? We reprove and rebuke you simple niggas, man. But yet, we're the ones in error. We're the ones you know, wrong. For what? We're doing what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai told us to do because we fear the Lord, man. None of you niggas fear the Lord, man. It shows. Okay? It shows. So I'm just going to be clear, blunt, and straight to the point. Fuck you niggas, man. You're not spiritual, you're carnal. So you got to deal with these niggas in a carnal mindset, because us reading the scriptures, you don't understand it. Because you haven't been renewed and transformed in your mind, man. Okay? Salakia. Let me grab another precept since I'm riding. Bear with me. It's the book of, what's that, Proverbs 26? It's at Proverbs 23, Salakia, to 24. Bear with me. I'm trying to find this daggone, not this daggone, I'm trying to find this precept. Can't remember, let's see, let me put it this way. Salakia. Where is it? This is Proverbs 29, verse 1. He that being often reproved hardened his neck. And that's a prime example of you Israelites, man. Because we got to constantly reprove you, constantly, correct your error. You feeding the sheep vomit and not feeding the sheep meat that's, food that's going to have them continuously conduct themselves in righteousness, continuously to examine themselves, etc. To really take things seriously, man. Okay? He that being often reproved hardened his neck. Okay, and you got a lot of jakes that, they don't want to take heed to the rebuke. They don't want to take heed to being reproved because of why? They're proud. They think they're right. They think they have no error in their doctrine, in the way that they teach the sheep. Okay, and in actual reality, the sheep that they teach and the ones that want to buck up and defend them, hey, look, those are the ones that the Lord don't want, man. Point blank period. The Lord don't want these cats, man. Okay, he that being often reproved hardened his neck shall suddenly be destroyed and without remedy. That's going to be the end game, man. So the Lord's literally going to have the prophets stop reproving, stop rebuking you simple-minded Negroes, man. Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians, and you're going to be judged, man. You're going to be judged. Okay, you think the Lord's going to keep on having his prophets reprove and rebuke you and keep on letting you sit back, buck up, and, have your followers come on the comment board, post nonsense, and have the men that claim they teachers, buck up against the men that's actually, they elders and actually reproving them out of love? Come on, man. You niggas have lost your minds, man. You have lost your minds, man. Okay? Point blank period, man. You have lost your daggone minds, man. Okay? What is that? Driving, Salakia. It's another precept I want to grab, man. What is that? Salakia. Let's go here real quick. Leviticus chapter 19. I can't think of the other ones that I actually want, but I'll grab this. Leviticus 19, starting off in verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. And that's what we do. It's not out of hatred. It's not out of jealousy. How in the hell are we going to hate you or be jealous and you're in the same position that we're in? You're in captivity. Okay, you're in bondage. Okay, you're not, above anything. So we're rebuking you out of love. We're rebuking you because we see you going off, man. Okay? But again, Jacob come on the comment board, spew out their madness, say, y'all doing this, y'all hating, y'all this, y'all that. Okay, no problem, man. The Lord don't see it like that. Okay? Because we're worshiping Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in spirit and in truth. We're all in. We ain't out here faking the funk. We're not out here being weakened Israelites, and then when Monday comes, we're back, to reality of the world, man. No, we're Israelites 24/7, man. Okay, and yes, we're in Clark Kent mode amongst the weak, man. We're wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Okay, Leviticus 19, verse 18. not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people. And we don't do that, man. We just follow the instructions, the guidelines of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, so if we see you going on, we're going to rebuke you sharply. Okay, matter of fact, let's grab that. Because it's supposed to put fear in you, man. But a lot of you Israelites, again, you're proud as hell, man. This is Titus chapter 1, verse 13. This is true. Wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith. So we do according to the guidelines and instructions of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. We rebuke you sharply, so others may fear and examine themselves and conduct themselves in a manner that is acceptable and pleasing to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? There's no in between, man. Period, man. There's no in between. You cannot be the same person that you was in the world coming into this truth, man. You got to be renewed. You can't conduct yourself in wickedness, man. You can't be proud. You can't think that you can manifest and do things the way that you see fit. Okay? No. You got to submit to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and follow his guidelines, his instructions, man. This truth is not for entertainment. You are not God damn it. You are not awoken for entertainment. You are awoken for edification, and also, come on, man, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. And awoken to be Salakia. I'm trying to make sure I get through this damn lanes and shit. Salakia. You are awoken to fear the Lord, man. And a lot of you Israelites don't fear the Lord, man. It shows by your fruit, like Yahweh Shai said. By their fruit ye shall know them. And let's grab this, man, and we'll close out. Salakia. Sirach, I think that's chapter 10. To back up what I said prior. It's a Sirach, chapter 10, verse 12. The beginning of pride is when one departeth from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his maker, man. And again, a lot of you jakes that's watching for entertainment, you jakes that claim your teachers that you're really fearful and about Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai's business, you're prideful. And you have been departed from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Look at Genesis, man. Okay, look at the ex-head of Sakari, man. All you niggas are prideful, man. Talking about the Gentiles can receive salvation. How? How, nigga? How can the Gentiles receive salvation when they've been fucking with us for so long, so decades upon decades, years upon years, man? You think the Lord's gonna let them get away with what they've done to us and give them salvation? Have you lost your mind, man? It's just infuriating, man. You niggas are gonna be judged, man. Spewing out, and it just shows also to Salakia, I'm pissed. I'm pissed, man. Because I'm offended, and I know the Lord's offended, man. To take the bag to really go against your own people, man, for the currency of this world, which is doo-doo. Sirach 10, verse 12, the beginning of pride when one departeth from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that have it shall pour out abomination. The Gentiles can receive salvation. You know, we must take heed to the 501c3 church, the ones that's really about God, that show love. That show love. That shit sounds like 501c3 slam plantation doctrine to talk about we must embrace those in the church that worship Edomites. Because that's all these 501c3 slave plantation jakes do, they worship Edomites. So you talking about we need to embrace them, man? Fuck you, man. And if you got a problem with what I'm saying about any of these wicked niggas, because they wicked, they not in the spirit, and they not worshiping the Most High in spirit and in truth, as the scriptures state and say. If you offended, oh well, the Lord's offended, man. And the Lord is showing you who he's dealing with. The Lord is exposing these cats, and y'all still bucking up. You're not going to realize it until your ass is bleeding out. Okay, you're not going to realize it until judgment is right in front of your face, man. Sirach 10, verse 13. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly. Judgment, death, destruction, suffering, anguish, affliction is going to be brought upon you Israelites that claim you're in the truth, that claim you're sincere, that claim you're teaching the correct doctrine, that won't take heed to reproval, rebuke, that's prideful as hell, that are really that are sellouts. Okay, you're working for Esau. You're in a certain type of tax bracket. You want some type of relaxation in this captivity. Okay, look. And may Yahweh Hashem Yahushai give it to our niggas with no mercy. May he not spare. Because the Lord is telling you what it is right now, and he's showing you who he's dealing with. Okay? And it's been over and over and over again of reproval, rebuke on these cats that are being spoken about right now. But y'all don't want to take heed. Oh well, the blood is off our hands, man. Okay? May the true worshipers continue to be fed, and may the true believers stand firm for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because we going to Adawan Ratazah. So Lord willing, I hope and I pray that this was edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true, sincere Aki and Wa Akwaf. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom.